On this week's episode, we're going to go up to Ellijay, Georgia, and we're also going to go to our ranch in the mountains. Come along with us. Our ranch in the mountains just north of Dahlonega, Georgia, and we're going to talk to a sales manager here in just a minute about what it's like to be a member of this ranch, which does RV parking. It's a campground, but it's also got horses here that you can ride for free, and it's supposed to be a beautiful place. So we're just in the front office waiting to talk to the salesperson. And we noticed this beautiful quilt. It looks like they took rodeo t-shirts and made a quilt out of it. So we went to a place in Ellijay where they have lots that you can buy for $8,000 to $10,000. Some of them more, but a lot of them are $15,000, $20,000 for a lot. And a lot of people there have just built covers for their RVs and park there, or little sheds along the side of their RV. But we couldn't get in to see them without a realtor. I guess it's something to do with that. Community wouldn't let you in without a realtor. And we've also found that if you buy a house in Georgia, which our son and daughter-in-law did, it's a lawyer state, so they have to have a lawyer do the paperwork. So it looks like everything you do here, you have to have a professional take you to them. So it's a little bit different than out west where you just go and do.
Anything in there, but if you ever need help for any reason, you can either call the front office and get them to call somebody for you, or you can just, if the doors are open.
So we went up to a place called Our Ranch in the Mountains. That's like with a capital letter R, Ranch in the Mountains. And we'd seen it on Enjoy the Journey, his channel, about how it was a great place to be. So we went up there and took a tour of the place, and it is beautiful. It is really nice. It's got 2 little private lakes and lots of camp spaces and a nice pool and a clubhouse and all that. But we just didn't think it was for us. We were on a little bus. It's like an old church bus that they had that we took to tour around the property. And every time we hit a bump, Steve just about went through the back window. But it was a rainy day and the bus was nice and warm, and so there was a lot of condensation on the windows, so we couldn't see a lot of it. So continually wiping the windows to see out. It is beautiful property, as I said, but it's not for us because I think they kind of nickel and dime you to death. First of all,
they had horseback riding, no?
Yes, they do have horseback riding for free for their members.
Under 40.
Well, for their
for members, but visitors.
And visitors who are under 25 years of age also get free horseback riding. But if you're married or over 25, you have to pay $40 for horseback riding. But then what I was trying to say is they make you join their membership so that you're actually a deeded member of the property, and that costs either $9.50 if you buy someone else's membership, or $12.50 if you buy it new from them directly. Then there's $2,000 a year that they make you pay in adjustments, that they call it, but it's basically like an HOA fee. So it's $167 a month is what that works out to. And they do it twice a year, $1,000 a pop for each one of them. Then if you want to stay there, it's another $10 per night. But if you have a permanent site that you would get, that's another $2,000.
Kind of have a lottery for that every once in a
And they
while.
have a lottery for that to get in to get a permanent site, but then that's still another $2,000 a month, or $2,000 a year. So between the membership, the adjustments, having to either pay for camping there, we just figured that Thousand Trails is a lot better option for us.
Yeah, we kind of been having a little bit of a problem with Georgia finding camping. It's not like it is on the West Coast where they have so much BLM and whatnot. In fact, you were telling me what you always do is we're driving along, looking at different things. You'll bring up, there's a Corps of Engineers over here, but it's only for 30-foot max.
24-foot max.
24-foot max. And we went out to that other place where we thought we might be able to buy some land, but we couldn't even get in. They wouldn't let us in the gate.
Right. Ella-J is a community, and just to the west of it, there is a Kusawati River Resort, and they have different properties there, everything from huge, beautiful mansions all the way down to just properties where you can park your RV and maybe put a cover over it or something like that. And those are like, like some of them are 8,000 going up to 20, 30, whatever thousand, depending on the size of the lot. And the
Some of them
location.
already have facilities in there, and they even sell their RV.
Yes, some people do. They actually sell
Well,
their
we couldn't
RV
get
and
in.
all. But we tried to go in to look at it. But in order to even get into the property, you have to have a realtor with you. Georgia's a different state. Our kids just moved here, and in order for them to buy their house, they had to have a lawyer with it. So it's a lawyer state. So Georgia's pretty big on making sure you have, that you're lining the pockets of the people who are, the supposed professionals. They try to
Cater to them,
manage
yeah.
those.
Good lobbying groups or something.
Yeah, must be. So
Why did
anyway,
we pick our ranch and Indian in it? Because they're so close.
Well, our ranch in the mountains is just about an hour or so, an hour and a half maybe from where the kids are. So we thought that would be a good option for us, but it's not going to work. And Ella-J, we're not quite to the point where we want to involve a realtor just to see them. So neither one of those is going to work right now. Our best option has always been, and will continue to be, probably Thousand Trails. So
Just to be on the East Coast.
just to be over here on the East Coast. We can go to Florida as well as some other ones in South Dakota or South Carolina and Virginia, etc.
Yep, on the beach.
Yep.
Okay, guys, this is Kusawati River Resort. We tried to get in there. You can see that little green arrow that flashed up there. We followed a very nice gentleman, let us go through the gate through it with him. And this little area over here on the far right that I just put a little red circle around is the gate we tried to get through and just look around at the RV section. And they would not let us get in there without a realtor.
JD's, what's JD's?
It was where they filmed Ozark, the Blue Cat Lounge in the first season.
Justin, he was referring to the segment that you just watched about JD's. It's where they filmed some of the Ozark, the TV series that was on Netflix. It was quite watched, quite famous. We're going to try to get over there and look at that if we can, and all that's coming up. So keep watching, and we appreciate you, especially those who watch our videos come hell or high water, if you know what I mean. Thanks, guys. So we just put the family kids to bed, and now I'm sitting here with Patty and Justin, and that person over there is Brittany. You saw her in my earlier videos. But Patty, and she's got George. But I wanted you to explain to people what it's like driving about 8 miles to get to church.
8 miles is about a half hour.
Why?
There is no straight way to get it to
There's no straight
anywhere around
road
here.
in North Georgia.
Every road winds.
Everything's like up, down, left, right.
Yeah.
Driving up in the hills.
And the 49ers just got the ball, huh?
Things are looking up.
Called Farmer's Carry. It's supposed to be a really good workout for people in their older years, especially who want to stay fit, and it's supposed to improve longevity.
disregard the background, if you will. We really wanted to show you some of the places to RV camp around Georgia, especially close to where we are, so that we can drop down and visit the grandbabies. But that's not going to happen. And I'm debating whether I should even put a video up this week, because we really don't have a lot of pictures. It's been rainy and gloomy, but the sun's out now. We're excited, and we're probably going to go up to Fairplay. There's 1,000 trails up around Fairplay, South Carolina, and we're going to go up there and check that out and try to film some of that for you and give you an idea what it's like to travel on these roads in northern Georgia, where we say it goes up and down and left and right, and the roads are kind of narrow.
So we're in the kids' basement, and this is Steve, how he's getting his morning workout in. These are called farmer's carries, and he's just wanders around the basement carrying weights, sometimes with weights, then he'll drop the weights. He just sort of makes a circle around the basement. We'll catch him over here on the other side coming out. There he goes. And he just wanders around the basement getting his workout in, because it's too dang cold outside. Yeah, he's about 55 pounds each there he's carrying right now. Sometimes he'll grab 30, sometimes 40s, 50s, whatever happens to be available. We have a whole selection of weights down here to choose from. But he wanders around, and then he'll drop them after a few minutes and just pace around the circuit here. And then a few minutes later, he'll pick up some more weights and keep going again.